is puberty? When does it usually start in boys and girls? What are the similar changes that boys and girls experience? What are changes that only boys and girls go through? Last two, physically, socially, and emotionally. What is menstruation and why is it important? What is sperm and why is it important? These questions need to be answered. I can answer them in this informational video on puberty. I'm just going to stand for the rest of the video and not telling you anything about anything. I'm just joking, silly. Let me just turn the camera off. Well, first off, let's start with the broader question. What is puberty? Well, to start off, puberty is just a period of time that a large amount of growth happens in a short amount of time in girls and in boys. Puberty is the middle part of from an adolescent into an adult. Many things go on that would usually take a long period of time, a lot of years, if it didn't happen the special way that puberty does. It's a weird phenomenon and we don't have any answers for it. What we do know is what goes on through it and how it affects boys and girls. Okay, so we know what puberty is, but when does it start? And is it different in girls and boys? The answer is yes, it is different. And it starts in girls usually around the age of 8 or through 13. In boys, it starts a little bit later from the ages of 9 to 14. It's okay if it starts a little bit later, and it's okay if it starts a little bit earlier. But those are the normal years for change to happen, for change to start in boys and in girls. What are some changes that both girls and boys go through? Girls and boys both go through large growth spurts, which means you're going to grow taller, faster than you normally would. It also means that your sex hormones start to produce. So, both boys and girls are going to be attracted to boys or girls, isn't it? They're going to start being attracted to people. Something that happens mentally during puberty is really that bullying starts to happen. Before it was, that's my chuck. No, it's my chuck. But now it's more severe and you have to be monitored. You have to be able to monitor it more than you would when you were a child. Some things that happen just in boys and non-girls during puberty is that they begin to bring in their sex hormone, which is different than a woman's. And that means that they start to produce sperm, which is the sex cell of the man that goes through during sex to have a baby, to, have a baby. Let's just say that, but that's okay. In girls, instead of having sperm and starting to ejaculate and having wet dreams like boys do, what happens is that even though their sex hormones do start just like boys, it's different. And what happens is they start to get their period and grow breasts. This is a funny word, breast. The period is also called menstruation, which brings me to my next question. What is menstruation and why is it important? Menstruation is what happens when you are ovulating and it's menstruation is a girl's period. What happens is that your uterus is getting ready for an egg and sperm to come in for a baby to grow. If you don't get pregnant and if the baby doesn't grow, there's this lining for the uterus was expecting the egg to latch onto with blood inside your uterus that's unneeded. So it comes out through your vagina, and that's called menstruation or a period. Periods usually come in on a 28-day basis, spread out like so. But it's okay if it's not exactly 28 days exactly. Like today is April 15th. That means I'm gonna get my period today. Doesn't always happen like that. Some people are very irregular. Some people are right on the dot. It just matters how your period goes. So don't be worried if it's not exactly on the same day. Last but not least, what is sperm? Sperm is a man's sex cell that, when during sex, the man ejaculates, sperm comes out in semen. If a sperm latches onto an egg in the woman's fallopian tubes, then that will usually result in a baby, because the egg is the woman's sex cell and the sperm is a man's sex cell. Together, they will have a child. So, a child will grow in your uterus if sperm comes through to latch on to the egg. And that's why sperm is important, because if they didn't have sperm, then there would be then there wouldn't be any reproduction, and we would be just Adam and Eve. Unless you don't practice that religion, then you don't know. But anyways, that's why sperm is important.